Hi, Leo. I hope you're doing amazing. Welcome to your mid-November 2022 Money and Career Tarot reading. I do want to thank you so much for your presence. I do also want to remind you that this is general, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Wow, my Gilded Tarot deck, which we will be using for this reading, it's just kind of sticking together due to the humidity. But anyways, what else was I going to say? I do more than appreciate you hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel if you haven't joined this Leo tribe already, and leaving me a comment or several down below. Tell me how it resonates. Share a couple emojis potentially. Just say hi. It's up to you. Um, they're saying claim the success. But what else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I'll leave the link down below for your November monthly Money and Career Tarot reading if you haven't already checked that one out, okay? But this will be for mainly the midpoint of the month and moving forward till we get to the end of the month. Okay, I don't know why I felt the need to mention that, but let's aim on down and pull some cards. Alrighty, Leo, let's do some shuffling and see what we get for you. If you're new to this channel, I am a Leo sun, but let's see what we get. A time to take a fresh approach or to continue a fresh approach from the beginning of the month or the first half in general, or in the recent past if you were to rewind back a bit. I feel like Spirit's saying things can't stay stale, whether it's running the same business, working the same job, whether it's jumping into a new position potentially. It could be more than one thing for you. I feel like there needs to be a level of fresh energy when it comes to the way you work or what you're accomplishing, when it comes to heading towards your individual Leo goals. Because I feel like your eye is on the prize, right? Or your eyes are on the prize, but you're just at times getting a little bit annoyed with things not progressing 100% as quickly as you'd like, right? Or kind of slowing down a bit and then picking up, slowing down, or just plateauing. But I feel like you're being reminded more so in the month of December and moving forward, things will pick up speed. What do we have for Leo? Flying out, we have the Page of Cups. Yeah, talking about that fresh approach, needing to wipe away any sense of emotional attachment to a specific result or a level of succeeding that you see for oneself, right? It's like you want to achieve something so badly, but you need to remember that the beauty in your manifestation process is detaching one's emotions from the results you desire to acquire at this time, right? To achieve. And I know you've proven this to oneself and to other people in the past. As you transform throughout the month, I just feel like you're being viewed in a very innocent light for whatever reason. Some of you not fully loving that per se, or just needing to people to recognize how experienced you truly are in something, how whether that's in a new job, it could be with your business that you're running, it could be both to an extent, or it could be the job that you're working, continuing to work. However it works for you. I also feel like for some, there's a bit of, with the seahorses here, predictive nature coming into play. You could be a tarot reader, psychic, spiritual work coming into play. I mean, obviously, that pertains to me as a reader. But however it works for you, you could also feel very drawn to money and career reads in the second half of the month naturally, wanting some clarification, insight on the future of both categories. But the Fool card talking about a leap of faith, a jump into something new, into a fresh beginning, fresh mindset, a fresh Leo approach. It's this feeling that you do at times need to swallow your pride to be the student, right? But also to be the teacher in certain ways. It's that innate ability to tap into, to utilize both ways of approaching, both ways of succeeding, okay? You might be having to train for a new job or getting a refreshment with the current job you're working, or just needing to accept that you don't know it all when it comes to running your business or whatever job you decide to continue or take on at this point along your path. There's a reminder as well with the Fool card, you need to be having fun. Are you enjoying yourself, right? Or are you just going through the motions? Are you just working a job just to pay the bills, right? To have the money flowing in for that stability. So be it if you are, but there needs to be a level of enjoyment all the meanwhile, because there's a focus on you enjoying the journey along the way, okay? There's a feeling that Spirit will shake things up if need be if you're not enjoying yourself, right? As I did see the camera shake a little bit there. But the Ace of Cups talking about if you start something new, right? Or say it's more so you taking this fresh approach, beginning mindset, right? Once again, there's abundance flowing in because of it all. but there's a reminder that your third eye is quite open at this time. You intuitively see what is taking place, the future or lack thereof which in a situation. But with the Queen of Swords in reverse, it's this feeling that you're not fully or at all willing to cut out certain spending habits, right? But for others, it's more so in regard to a living situation where you're putting your money towards, or a job that you are working, and or a business, once again, where things are not meant to come to an end, at least not just yet. Some of you are being reminded something career-wise is meant to go the distance, or it could be more so you knowing that your home situation, if you own a home or something of the sort, that's meant to be with you for the rest of your life. Plus some, right? Potentially being passed down. But I do feel like for most drawn to this reading, it's, say, a situation living-wise that isn't perfect, and therefore being reminded it's not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere just yet. So hang tight, make the best until the best, and do try to focus on the positives, the abundance at this time, because there's something better on the horizon, but it's a feeling that this is a bit of a preparatory stage for better for oneself, okay? We're going to clarify, actually, we're going to just build upon in a layered spread kind of manner. But I do want to pull one of these first. One of these small money and career cards. If you've been watching my money and career reads, you are more than aware of it. I made it myself. But look what just flopped off a little bit awkwardly from the top of the deck, a golden touch. A golden touch, my friend. And so it's the second half of the month that reminds you what you touch turns to gold. What you touch, what you want to produce, develop, put your Leo effect on. You're golden, right? It's going to just end up being perfection at the very least in the eyes of others who tune in, view your work, want to see more of what you're producing and developing, or just are watching closely. I'm getting a very authority figure kind of vibe, right? Or coworkers. Even if they're not really expecting the best, they'll be impressed, okay? It's as if you just know what you're doing and you're doing it well with a sense of ease. But it doesn't mean you're not putting in that damn hard work pretty damn consistently in a more balanced way than I feel like we're winding back. But I just feel like as well, they're showing somebody put their finger on something and it just starts to slowly churn into gold, okay? So remember that even if you're feeling a bit judgmental when it comes to your individual work, right, what you produce and develop, other people are going to be impressed. Point blank is what I'm hearing. Spotlight success. It's the second half of the month where you are seeing oneself in the spotlight, and that's purposeful, okay? Let yourself embrace the spotlight, even if you're more, more intuitive than people think. Even if you're more, I was going to say, indecisive. They keep giving me different words. Even if you're more introverted than you would like to be or than meets the eye. Anyways, there could be unexpected income to be experienced. Let's pull one more before we jump back to the tarot. It's as if energy is truly affecting you at this time, and I really do feel like there's big money reminded for oneself on the horizon, okay? But either way, I do feel like there's impressive work taking place, okay? Period. Let's move on to the tarot once again. What else do we have for Leo? Okay, I just heard I know what I'm doing and I'm doing it well, okay? I feel like you almost feel like you have something to prove pretty consistently, even though you shouldn't have to. Again, that could pertain to a new position, a business that you're just now or continuing to get off the ground. I just feel like there's this feeling about you where you're willing to continuously prove yourself in certain ways, but at the same time, it's like, I know what I'm doing, okay? It's like your experience speaks for itself, or just the whatever you succeeded with, produced, developed in the previous months, I want to say. But for whatever reason, there's a level of disappointment. You could be picking up on this energy-wise at home, at work, you name it, or just a level of moodiness. Somebody around you or multiple people need to do some absolute necessary healing. But I just feel like for whatever reason, wherever you're needing to make the best at this time, you're not feeling quite hopeful for whatever reason, or at least not fully. You'll gain clarity in regards to that, okay? You will gain clarity, but look at that dove there. There's a need to keep the hope alive, okay? What can't end yet right away, once again, with the Queen of Swords, needs to just be wholeheartedly embraced in a simplistic to oneself manner. Don't overly wrap oneself up with energies, even other factors of an environment, a situation where you know it's going to overcomplicate things, right? There's a beauty in keeping to oneself, keeping your head down, but then in other ways, keeping your chin held high and putting yourself in the spotlight, throwing your work out there into the universe and seeing oneself successful in a strategic manner. I feel like that was put very well. The number 911, 911 coming into play, angel number meaning wise, if I could even say it, it's this feeling that some people are making you nervous, okay? But with the Four of Swords here, for being put on top of the Fool card and the Queen of Swords, you're being reminded of this true protection that you have from the spiritual realm when it comes to what you leap towards, what you're trying to have fun with or just enjoy to the best of your ability. Again, living wise, work wise, you name it. But also when it comes to what you can't cut out, you're protected. And I even feel like in the sense of something not coming to an end just yet, but do be smart with your money. Just because more is starting to flow in throughout the second half of the month, even unexpected income to an extent, you need to be strategic as to how much you're spending at this time. Are you spending more than that's coming in? Are we being smart in regards to how much we spent in the first half of the month and rewinding back, even if we do have more coming in at this time, okay? Allow for oneself to think about your financial goals, what you want to put your money towards, and put the money away, put it to the side, and say, I can live off of just what's necessary at this time, maybe plus a little bit, right? A little bit more than that, and just see oneself reach a goal quicker, okay? It could be very much to replace something when it comes to that Queen of Swords in reverse, but it feels like you're keeping to oneself. You're being very secretive, okay? Not being a complete open book at a new job, right? Or when it comes to what you're thinking about doing as far as expansion for your business, or when it comes to an idea you received recently for a business. However it works for you, if that's the case, you're saying, I do have an idea, but not telling people what it is until it's time to implement it, or just, throw it out into the universe. But I did see the number 1111, all right? 1111 on the timestamp. A sense that it's a very lucky time for you, even if you don't fully feel that 24/7, but it's like the dots are connecting, okay? The pieces are coming into play. A couple more puzzle pieces are coming into your foresight, into your vision, so that you can just now be like, aha, okay, a lot of aha moments, right? I've got this. The puzzle's starting to come together. I'll get closer to where I need to be, but it's this feeling that you need to be at least somewhat content with the fact that you're not going to be fully there by the end of the month, but you'll get closer, okay? It's a stepping stone kind of second half of November for you, where you're reminded you are going places, okay? And you're reminding other people of that. Your words will be so effective, so on point. It's like what you touch turns to gold, but the words you speak, the messages you convey, even if it's spirit's messages, golden, okay? Everything will start to just blossom in the way, or continue to blossom in the way it's meant to, okay? It's said often in these readings, to be a Leo is to be successful. It's the second half of the month where, look at that golden imagery, right? You are starting to see, even if things feel a bit heavy from time to time, you're starting to see the justice that you deserve, okay? It's this feeling that even if there's certain wrongdoings or behavior you're not fully approving of, you need to remember that it's not up to you to sort of make that happen. Allow for spirit to do their work. Allow for the universe to sort of play things out as it's meant to. Allow for yourself to recognize that in the midst of being in the spotlight, having a golden touch and impressing people left and right, you're acquiring the justice that you deserve, and even more so moving forward. All right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy the rest of your month, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Leo.